Welcome back everyone, Hamza here. You know the deal, FL5 is on the lift, meaning something's happening. Of course you see the HKS box, so you already know we have an HKS high power exhaust going on this car. We ordered it a couple months back, saw it at SEMA first. And the plan was to always put the HKS on this car. We're doing more of a JDM build with this FL5. So today we're gonna take off the 271 prototype that we've been testing for a couple of months. Now, in the last video, we showed you guys the 271 FL5 exhaust. We've had it on since January, we just posted the video. And one of the comments was, oh my God, the tips stick out too much, tips stick out too much. Today, please come closer. The tips are flush with the bumper. The tips don't stick out at all. No, from that angle, it looked like, but if you actually come right on top, you can't even see the tips at all. We were surprised because we've had this exhaust on for 6 months and we've never really felt that stick out too much. Now, the factory probably sticks in too much, whereas you want to see that, hey, you know, there's that 271 logo on the tips over here, and it's not offensive. It's offensive when tips are like over here. So I don't know. I think the last video created more of a rift than we were expecting. But anyways, that's gonna come off. Sounded great for so many months. We're gonna obviously get this going on another local car. The prototype exhaust, they're still in development. Should be out later this month, next month, whenever 271 is perfectly happy with it. So we're thankful to them, and they gave us the opportunity to test out the prototype. Anyways, HKS exhaust, 3-inch all the way. It doesn't include a front pipe, whereas the 271 did double tip exhaust with a burnt titanium tip. So we're gonna go ahead and do the unboxing, lift the car up, uninstall the 271, show you how that looks like underneath, and then show you guys the install on the HKS. And we're gonna do obviously the clips that we always do, and we have a new tool in-house, which is decibel reader, pretty good one, I must say. So before uninstalling this exhaust, we did just go out and do some decibel reading clips. That's gonna be a separate video. And then we're gonna do the same thing with this decibel readings as well. So it's not just opinions from randos on the internet, there is some objective measurements and data. So without further ado, let's get back. Okay, so made in Japan, some fresh Tokyo air in there, get it all in. Alright, look at this bad boy. Screwed up from its confines. Get off me. Oh yes. Should we deal here? God. Ew. That's gorgeous. Okay, we want to take I guess we'll take the second one off too, but we have to be careful in placing this rear section away afterwards. Ooh, the HKS, there's the branding on top. Pow, pow, pow. Oh, that's sick. Okay, alrighty. Let's move on. Where do we put this? Okay, pause. And we're back. Okay, throw this to the side. Got some hardware, but before I get to the hardware, take off the rear section. Interesting, this is the only exhaust that I've seen so far with a dual split at the back. Typically it's one that feeds two mufflers, but they've already made the split before the muffler, so that's cool. Nice little ceramic, I guess it's like a black Cerakote on there. I'm not sure how much it is for heat management versus just kind of having a different finish. And then so single resonated mid pipe in there as well. I mean, I don't think anyone's gonna chop one up to put another resonator in there, but you have about 12. Again, that's not the focus of the video. It's just for people who are gonna be like, oh, is it gonna be too loud? Is it gonna be too quiet? You have some options. And the hangers for the mufflers at the back. gaskets, brackets, everything included. So pretty simple, nothing too crazy. To my knowledge, this is, yeah, it's not a valve system, so it's gonna be full plus R mode, full time. All right, so everything's unblocked. We've got the rear section here, starting off from the front pipe. Now we are gonna pair it up with a stock front pipe. We have that one ready to go back on all the way, 3-inch, single resonator, connects with this donut gasket over here to the back of there, and then comes off. And of course, what you're looking for is the rear muffler section. Pretty hefty mufflers, but actually it's a pretty lightweight exhaust. I don't know the exact weight yet, but I'm sure Junaid can just add it over here in the video. The tips are 4.75 inches, not 4.5, not 5, 4.75 to be exact. And of course, these are the hangers. They look like they're laser cut over there here. I mean, it would have been pretty cool for HKS to be on here, but we understand these are still kind of cutting or shedding some weight, so cool to see nonetheless. And if you're wondering what you're gonna do with the valve actuator motor, so essentially you're gonna you're gonna screw the valve motor on here, and it's just going to do this freely, not make any changes, and this kind of just tucks up onto the body. So there's no module or sensor to defeat the valve. It's just not gonna do anything when it's on the car, and a couple of nuts and bolts for it as well. So let's lift up the car and get the removal of the 271 exhaust going and the install of the HKS high power. And again, 271 coming on. We installed it in January. Winter drove the car. Looks pretty good. No leaks. Nothing. Everything's good. And this will be going on another car.
Let's have a bit of fun till I downfall. My love, if you feel like I do right now, don't say you're on the run to the other side, my love. but you never do. Sugar, there's a reason why we lose. You say you wanna cry, but you never do. Sugar, there's a reason why we lose.
Radio, exhaust is complete, front pipe back on. Still haven't put the under trace on, but that's that. Moving right along. Connection there. Y pipe splits there, and of course the muffler tip. Just leave these 4 nuts and bolts loose till the very end, because this is what you're going to adjust to create the clearance from the heat shield over here. So if you tighten them up right away, you're going to be hitting the heat shield. So just leave them kind of loose, and then once the rest of the exhaust is tight, do those up. And oh, actually something to note, I'm going to bring the camera here. The valve motor sits over there in this little, I guess, chariot or bracket that's made for it there, and it's going to open and close, but it's obviously not going to do anything because this is not a valve exhaust system. And of course, as we mentioned, dual 4.75 inch tips. So we're going to drop the exhaust, get some sound clips, and just check, make sure everything's all good, and then put the diffuser back in, and should be set.
You say you wanna try, but you never do. Sugar, there's a reason why we lose. You say you wanna cry, but you never do.
So it doesn't matter now if we do it in Comfort or Sport Plus R because there's no valve. So Junaid, hit it. So we're gonna record the light takeoff first and then the hard takeoff. This is the light takeoff. Now we're gonna go for the hard takeoff. And this is gonna be the hard takeoff. All right, we're just gonna go for a cruise. Only reason we have it in Comfort just because less aggressive throttle mapping. Doesn't matter about the valve. And right off the bat versus the 271, you can tell that it is a little louder in Comfort just because obviously no more valve.
loud though. The 8009s are louder. What's going on? Same thing, windows down.